Podcasting is the younger sibling of radio, but that doesn't mean you should use the same old-fashioned processes that have been the norm for broadcast radio for years. And broadcast radio, you don't have to settle for the same old rack of equipment for your microphones. No. Today's sponsor, Angry Audio, has a quick and easy solution for making microphone audio sound good. But it's not just about sounding good. It's also about streamlining the content creation process to allow you to get content out faster. The two products that I'm talking about today are the Smooth and the Rebel microphone processors from Angry Audio. For full transparency, Angry Audio loaned these two units to me for this video, but there's no editorial control over this video. At first glance, Angry Audio's products may seem simple, but don't be fooled. Under the hood, there's a whole lot of innovation going on. And if you want to get in and tweak some things, you can make behind-the-cover adjustments designed to make your job easier. Today's two most popular microphones used for broadcast and podcasting are the SM7 and the RE20. These have been the workhorses of the audio content community for many, many years. So before we begin the mic tests, let's examine the controls behind the front cover. Starting on the left, we have a couple of dip switches that change the behavior of our meters. The left switch changes the meter to show either how much gain reduction from audio processing is happening, or, flip it the other way, how much room noise is being suppressed. The second dip switch engages the meter on the right to show either the input or the output levels. From there, you have how much drive you're pushing into the compression side of the mic processor. Then an adjustment for how much room tone you have in the final audio. You have some adjustments for EQ to tailor the sound of your voice. The next set of dip switches bypasses the processing completely and selects whether the input signal is mic or line level. So let's relocate to Studio C to get into a quiet environment and test these microphone processors. Welcome to Studio C. Yes, it's my closet where I do some audiobook narrations. So, yes, my clothes. All right, my audio path is this. I have the SM7 microphone going into the Smooth mic processor, which is currently in bypass mode. I do have the gain turned up on this, which is why you hear some hiss. And I'll have all the audio files, the raw audio files, down below in the description, which you can download and listen to yourself. Okay, so that's in bypass mode, and then that Smooth mic processor is connected to the MixPre 3 recorder. I'm about 3 inches away or so, ish, from the microphone, a little bit off center so I don't pop my P's. And, yeah, that's about right. Okay, so the SM7 sounds just like your typical SM7. So let's do some reading. Remember, this is in bypass mode, so there's no audio processing at all. All right, here we go. I never believed in the extraordinary until I stumbled upon a mysterious phenomenon that changed my perception forever. It all started on a brisk autumn evening as I took my usual shortcut through the dense forest behind my house. The fading sunlight filtered through the crimson leaves, casting an eerie glow on the floor. As I ventured deeper into the woods, something peculiar caught my eye, a swirling vortex of shimmering light amidst the gnarled roots of an ancient oak tree. Mesmerized, I cautiously approached, my heart pounding with a mixture of fear and curiosity. Sounds pretty standard, no frills. Notice at the end of the script that I just read, I paused so you could hear the room tone of here. So while it's fairly quiet in my closet, I'm still in an apartment complex, and there's air conditioning and other noises from neighbors. So, okay, let's turn the microphone processing on and try this again. I never believed in the extraordinary until I stumbled upon a mysterious phenomenon that changed my perception forever. It all started on a brisk autumn evening as I took my usual shortcut through the dense forest behind my house. The fading sunlight filtered through the crimson leaves, casting an eerie glow on the forest floor. As I ventured deeper into the woods, something peculiar caught my eye. A swirling vortex of shimmering light amidst the gnarled roots of an ancient oak tree. Mesmerized, I approached cautiously, my heart pounding with a mixture of fear and curiosity. This is quite a difference in sound. Notice that the room tone that I left after that script was much quieter than when the microphone was raw. The smooth is looking at the incoming audio of my voice, making decisions on what needs to happen, then applying some multiband compression, EQ, and limiting. In the passage I just read, I was intentionally very dynamic in my reading, so I can show you how the smooth takes the raw audio and, I hate saying this, turns it into butter. But I mean, really, what else is it doing other than really just keeping that voice in the right spot and making this microphone just sound so amazing? I know, saying it sounds like butter is cringe, but it really is amazing how simple this box is but yet how powerful it can be. All right, let's switch up the mics and the processors, and I will be right back. You know, for grins and giggles, what does it sound like with the smooth on the RE20? Hey, this doesn't sound too bad. But really what we want to do is see how it sounds with the Rebel. Okay. Okay, I've obviously switched it up. Now my audio path is this. I have the RE20 microphone going into the Rebel microphone processor, which is currently in bypass mode. And then the Rebel mic processor is currently connected to my MixPre 3 recorder. I am about 3 inches away or so from the microphone and trying to stay about 45 degrees off from center, so I just don't have a lot of room over on this direction in my closet here. All right, the RE20 sounds like your typical RE20. So let's do some reading. But first, I do want to look at the... Okay, so the RE20 has some low-end roll-off switches, and it's currently flat. So again, this is in bypass mode, and there's no audio processing at all. All I did is just raise the gain a little bit so that way my audio is good coming into this. So here we go. I never believed in the extraordinary until I stumbled upon a mysterious phenomenon that changed my perception forever. It all started on a brisk autumn evening as I took my usual shortcut through the dense forest behind my house. The fading sunlight filtered through the crimson leaves, casting an eerie glow on the forest floor. As I ventured deeper into the woods, something peculiar caught my eye, a swirling vortex of shimmering light amidst the gnarled roots of an ancient oak tree. Mesmerized, I approached cautiously, my heart pounding with a mixture of fear and curiosity. Again, it sounds like, your pretty standard, typical RE20. And again, at the end of that script I just read, I paused so you could hear the room tone of my closet. Okay, Let's turn the microphone processing on, and let's try this again. I never believed in the extraordinary until I stumbled upon a mysterious phenomenon that changed my perception forever. It all started on a brisk autumn evening as I took my usual shortcut through the dense forest behind my house. The fading sunlight filtered through the crimson leaves, casting an eerie glow on the forest floor. As I ventured deeper into the woods, something peculiar caught my eye. A swirling vortex of shimmering light amidst the gnarled roots of an ancient oak tree. Mesmerized, I approached cautiously, my heart pounding with a mixture of fear and curiosity. As we heard with the SM7, that's quite a difference in the sound. All right, it's getting really warm in here, and the air conditioning doesn't reach in here. So let's go back outside. Now, okay, I need to divert here for just a moment. I personally like the sound of the SM7. Personally, that is just a me choice. The sound of the RE20 is a little dark for me. Okay, I was tearing everything down, and I have one little trivia thing for you about the SM7. Okay, not about specifically the SM7, but more like the SM57, which the SM7 shares the same capsule. So the SM7 has the same capsule as the SM57, and the SM57 has been around for many years. And the SM57 has been used in presidential podiums for a long time. I like the way this microphone sounds. You may not, but I do. And I can see why that they would have, they would use these for presidential press conferences, things like that. So, all right. That's all I've got to say about that. I'm going to continue tearing all this down, and let's go head back out where there is air conditioning, because it is getting really warm in here. All right. I'm done. I have to say, I'm really impressed by both of these microphone processors. Podcasting can benefit from using these microphone processors, and I can't tell you how many times I've been listening to a podcast. One of the hosts or guests starts loud, then gets quiet, and then the other host or guest talks and nearly blows out my eardrums. While that can be fixed in post-production, sometimes there isn't time to deal with the levels to that detail. So if you have one of these mic processors in line, you don't have to worry about it, and you can save the time it takes to process the audio. So while I'm recording this video, MSRP for the Smooth and the Rebel is $899. So check out Angry Audio and their line of products, and you can find them online at angryaudio.com. Side story here, I've been using their C-level product at my full-time job to level program audio for our content distribution system. Audio comes in, it may be all over the place, but when it goes out, we want it to be at a consistent level for the affiliates. So check them out online at angryaudio.com. Again, thank you so much to Angry Audio for sponsoring this video, and to Broadcasters General Store for the demo microphone so I could complete this video. All right, I will see you in the next video.